Hey y'all, follow these tips to stain a wood door. Here's the door before staining it, and here's the door after. It's a frosted glass wood door that I'm using as our bathroom door in our master suite. Welcome, thanks for joining me. I'm Shantae and this is Tut Tips. After you watch this video, you can come back and then click this link here at the top of the screen to see where I got this door from. Alright, so here's one of my most recent renovation projects, staining this wood door. I was so nervous doing this door, y'all, but I do love the way it turned out. I'm going to show y'all what I did and what I wish I had did. Here's the steps for y'all to follow when staining a wood door. So you want to sand it. After that, you want to wipe it clean or use a vacuum to get all the dust and particles off your wood piece. Then you want to stain it. Then after that, you want to add some type of protective coat or finish. So while I stain my door, I'm just going to run over some tips that you can use when you're staining your project. And I chose the two stains, golden oak and dark walnut. You want to stir and not shake the can before using it. I suggest testing out your stain choice on your project. That's what I did right here, just to make sure that it's the look that you're going for. Plus, y'all make sure it's well ventilated in the area that you're working in. So open the doors and crack the windows. And don't forget to wear your protective gear. Another thing, it's best just to remove all the hardware and hinges and things like that and work on a flat surface, a table if you can, or some kind of stand. But look, I got tired, y'all. We got a lot of renovations going on around here. I got a little lazy and I was just going for convenience. So I didn't follow that tip. I wish I had though. It would have made it much easier. So what I'm doing here, y'all, is I'm picking spots and I'm taking the darker stain and I'm just going around and applying this in just little places here and there just to add a little dimension to my project. And I'm trying to bring out the colors of the doors you see here, my closet doors, and the new flooring in my room. So I'm trying to add a little bit of that color in here, and just I'm not going for a perfect smooth polish look. So I'm just trying to add in a little character here. My piece, this door did not come with a few knots in it and imperfections and things like that, so I'm trying to add my own imperfections. This is the first time I'm trying it this way, so we gonna see. When you're staining, you want to hurry up, wipe the stain on with your foam brush, your rag, whatever, or your paintbrush, whatever you choose to use. Find out what'll work best for you. Apply the stain, and then you need to be quick to wipe off the excess stain. You can play with it a little bit and let it sit there for a couple of seconds or so and just see how that goes, but you do not want it to sit there too long. Okay, it can end up blotchy, yucky, sticky, so make sure you wipe it off. If you want it darker, use another coat, which won't soak in as much because of the first coat. So you want to get the stain over the whole project and then wait a few minutes, about 15 or more minutes, before you put the next layer on. Now back to sanding it. I didn't sand this door after I finished it. I wish I had, but you want to sand it first because it'll help open up the pores of the wood so it can better absorb the stain and get rid of scratches, because these will be enhanced once the job is done. Next tip, be very aware of drips and things like that, because if you don't, it'll show up like that in your finished product. And then another important tip, do everything with the grain. Don't forget to apply at least one coat of protective polyurethane. I'm about to add this protective coat. It's polyurethane. This is what it looks like. It's a clear semi-gloss coat. This is my first time, y'all, doing this. Remember, you want to go with the grain. If you hear anything in the background, that's my children and my husband. We all working on something. What I'm going to do is, as I finish a section and start on another section, I'm going to keep glancing back here to make sure and see if it's going to bubble up. If it bubbles up, just go back over it, brush out the bubbles. If any bubbles are going to appear, it might take a minute or two, so just keep checking back, because once it dries, it's going to dry rough in those areas. Sometimes it's visible, sometimes it won't be visible. If it isn't visible, you'll still be able to feel it. Those areas that you didn't go back and check for bubbles. Checking for bubbles. Checking for bubbles. Alright, I see some bubbles. Check for bubbles. I see some bubbles. Third time that I'm going through to check for bubbles. Okay, now I think I'm just brushing just to brush. Make sure you're working in good lighting so you can catch these things. What you think, babe?
Looks fabulous. Fabuloso.
Yep, I'm doing it and doing it well. We gonna make it do what it do. And then also you want to remember to check the size of your project, the side of it, because it's going to drip down. You want to make sure you keep going back and smoothing out the sides. And make sure you have this something laying on the floor just in case you get any drips so you don't damage your floor. Alright, so you want to make sure in the corners you kind of push it in a little bit just to make sure, and it soaks in there, soaks in good. When you're adding this coat, when you have any knots and things like that in the wood, you can take and, you know, plop it on like this and then smooth it over. So this piece doesn't have that really, but just in case yours do, that's how you take care of that. And these doors I'm so excited about, y'all. These are my new bifold closet doors. These were also unfinished wood doors. So I am going to do a video for you so you can see how that's done. And it'll be in this playlist at the top of the screen when it's ready. If you like this idea for a bathroom door, make sure you hit the thumbs up button now.